Hey guys, welcome back to Cataclysm. We're back with Erich, feeling a little bit beat up after our failed excursion. Well, I wouldn't really call it failed. Um, we just didn't find what we wanted. Uh, we need some tea in us, is what we need. Yes, yes. Drink, drink. Get that herbal tea into us. I think, actually don't know. Are we bandaged? We are kind of bandaged, but not really. I'm gonna make some makeshift bandages. Makeshift bandage. We'll make like six. Whoop. I'm a eugenic snail. And I want to boil those bandages. Just using our unclean water. Then we want to grab those. Bandage. Shift bandages. And we want to activate those and bandage ourselves up. These are actually pretty damn good and will serve us well to heal us, especially since we're a fast healer. We will be completely, I think, fine come the next day. But we are not going to wait for the next day. As, well, we gotta repair our weapon. Our S-stock is breaking. Same with our cargo pants, actually. What do we need to mend this? It's an arc welder, makeshift arc welder, or... Okay. Do we have one of those? I feel like we do. Oh no, we have an acetylene torch, which is not the same. I think. Yes, we do have an acetylene torch. We don't have an arc welder. Can we get one? Starch. No, we can't. Damn. Alright, well, sadly, it sounds like our S-stock will just have to be reforged. We're gonna have to spend another, what is it, day and 3 hours forging a new S-stock, which is going to be insane, but hey, it's reality. It is reality. But we're not gonna wait for that, because we are going to go to the refugee camp. I've decided, in absence, that we need to just go there, because we don't have things, and they might have things that we need, as in an arc welder, a wrench, oh, what the hell? Sorry, I got distracted. The name of this is lobotomizer, and for some reason I thought that it was for lobotomizing yourselves, and I got very confused. No, we're just gonna drive there. I don't think the truck will break down, and if it does, that's fine, cause you know what? It's not that much of an end of the day kind of thing. We're gonna take this. Actually, do we have one of those? No, we don't. We're gonna take that with us. Might take a handgun. I don't know which handguns we actually have. I'm really hoping we have an actual handgun that we can take with us. Sort by category. We have our hunting shotgun. We have a Glock pistol. Okay. Yeah, that's not good. None of these are very appetizing to me. We do have a bunch of 45 APC, so yeah, we could take that with us. Yeah. Yeah, sure. Take the Glock with us. Inventory, Glock. We're gonna unload it. We're gonna take its magazine. We're gonna reload the magazine. Then we're gonna reload the Glock. Alright. Was that a new sound effect? Maybe not. Sounded good though. Alright, next up we need a drink. We need some drinks to bring with us. Food, I'm not really gonna worry about, but water or just like something to drink while we're moving around. Definitely gonna bring like all of our herbal tea with us. And we're gonna go. Are we on painkillers? No. That means I'm going to take some. Alright, we're going. I don't care if it's late, which it kind of is, so maybe we do go to bed. But no, we're going. I've decided. We shall go. We shall wait no longer to go to the Refugee Center. I believe Erich is restless at this point. Less so me. I could go with waiting, but I feel like he, especially, is just kind of fed up with his current life in this hospital. He's killed so many. And I think there's also sort of a thing in the back of his head telling him that perhaps these people could have been saved despite their sort of you know, inclination towards the undead. So I guess we're going to go this way. Hopefully these roads tie together. We might have to do some on-foot scouting, honestly. We could take this road, cut through here, of course, not actually go into this town that has like nothing in it, probably just a few zombies. Cut through here. It's gonna be close, but I don't think the zombies will catch us. And then drive here, and then up, and then on this road. Sounds good. Uh-oh. Come on. Come on, Old Bess. We got some shit to do. Okay, it's been a while since I've actually drived in Cataclysm. I've slightly forgotten that you actually have to drive. So we're going, yeah, north and then to the left. All right, let's go. Ooh. Whoops. That was my bad. As you can see, it has been a while since I've driven. God, okay, we should go way slower through the towns, even if it's at lower fuel efficiency, so we don't get smashing into random obstacles and cars and lamp poles. Okay. Oh, there's already a monster there. I don't quite know what you're talking about. Oh, it's the fungal sporling. It's a zombie dog too. I don't really care. They can do whatever they want. Maybe zoom out a little bit. Yeah, like there. Okay, okay. We're driving, we're driving. There's some corpses on the road. Run them over. Okay. And we're just gonna keep going. Some bats. Which is interesting. Slavering biter and a listener zombie. I don't think we've seen this. This zombie's head was once obviously destroyed. The gaps in the scraps of his face are now filling with a particular gray goo. Human ears hang from the side of it are enormous and unsettling. Thin slits The front suggests that it may have very limited sense of sight. Mutated headless zombie, maybe? That's why I generally kill headless zombies, by the way. Because, yeah, as you can see, they get a little bit crazy as they mutate, even if they seem weak at the start. We've been alive long enough where the mutations are starting to get incredibly dangerous. Alright. Hey, we've gotten better at driving. We're gonna dissolute devour. Right. Is that, dare I say, is that an NPC that I spy at this farm? I imagine, you know, Erich sees a campfire smoke or something similar, telling him that there is somebody at that place. Honestly, to him, it's sort of, oh, it's a shock. Like, wow. All this time, someone has been literally right there. And look at that, they have a farm and everything. We're going to stop by and say hi, I guess. Their pigs are hostile, it would seem. We're just going to walk around, see if we can't find them. They have a horse, too. Hello? Iridescent cats. As it moves, this cat's colors shift unnaturally in the light. Can't seem to make out the breed, but its unusual fur pattern seems to change with every step. Okay. Hello? There's a mass grave. Hello? Are you in here? This is my territory, Mushy Pizza. Calm down, I'm not gonna hurt you. I mean... Oh my god, she has a gun! What did she shoot us with? She shot us with something. Holy shit. Okay. We're going to run. You know, yeah, I mean... Perhaps, I would do something similar if a random person came into my house and looking for me and saying nothing. I don't know. She shot at us, and our bulletproof SWAT armor deflected it off, so that's nice, I guess. Well, we'll let her chill here. We ain't gonna mess with her, that's for sure. I don't think he, really holds grudges against people who attack. He's also not particularly good with people, so... do we cut here and go up? Maybe. Sure. Don't want to run over that chipmunk. That'd be very sad. I don't know what she shot us with, by the way. It must have been a small caliber, because I don't think, SWAT armor is rated for higher calibers, but I guess I could be wrong. I could be wrong. Some craters here. Probably irradiated. We should stay away. Unless we want to die of irradiation poisoning. Don't know how that squirrel lived, if I'm being completely honest. Yeah. Well, if I want to drive like that, I should zoom out more so I can see what's happening. Okay. Yeah, we're gonna cut north here. Hopefully it's still field. There's a creature. Ah, amigos. Fighting various things. I could run them over, but I don't particularly feel like running over Amigo. Drug deal gone bad, attacked by Migos. That sounds genuinely horrible. Alright, looks like we are actually going to make it to this road, which is very good. Dodging between the rocks so that we don't destroy our truck more than it already is destroyed. Very nice. What is this? This is a public washroom. I doubt that will have anything important for us. There's a zombie. Which is actually surprising to me that there would be zombies there, but I guess someone got caught. Alright, we're gonna swing around. Do we just cut here? So I feel like we're gonna be able to get to it from just here. So perhaps we just cut through right here. Dodging the water. Trying not to submerge ourselves. What the hell? A frigate fly? Excuse me? Oh boy. Wait, this is a... Yeah. Should dump. Frigate fly. A mutant housefly the size of a cow, creating a loud buzzing noise as it explicitly stays airborne. Inexplicably stays airborne. Okay. Don't know why that's red. It spooks me, but I don't think it particularly means anything. Alright, back on the road. Pick up this pace a little bit. Yes, we'll cut through to the farm, as this will give us easy. Ow. See, that bush have an explosion? Alright. Yes, we're not gonna deal with any zombies on the way. We're going to simply drive there. We're almost there. Oh. I might get out and actually mark this vehicle. Because this is an RV. And if it's in working order, I actually might take it back home. The engine is faulty, which is a shame. I'm still going to mark it from vehicle position. Because that right there is prime real estate for a mobile base. Also, it just has a bunch of stuff in it. So it's really good. We got another crater here. Jeez. We're actually going to turn north to head straight towards the Refugee Center. Also, apparently our wheel got unaligned at some point. Oh no, we were just driving too slow to be aligned. Yep, we're just going to go straight north. Watching out for huge rocks so we don't demolish our truck. Small boulders are... We can kind of hit those, but there's a chance we just destroy our vehicle. as such. Yeah. Whoops. I suck at driving. Really, I do. Especially, I mean, off-road just sucks in general. But it seems like the car is alright. Or at least still functioning. Holy crap. This place has a huge fence, eh? Ooh, a Last Man on Earth shelter. That is an interesting idea. We're gonna back up so we don't slam into that boulder. Pick up the pace. Alright. We gotta find a way around here or else we're gonna have to dismount and walk around the fence. Be quite unfortunate if we had to dismount, because I don't really want to. Might be able to just get away with... Nah, we're not gonna be able to. Stop here. We're gonna dismount. The fence is messed up, but I think this is it. There's a massive perimeter fence. The last homely house reached the Refugee Center. Oh, we've made it. That's for sure. We're gonna have to go the long way around, though. This fence is huge. Some dead things. Just want to shoot out near it. Yep. Alright. Hello? It's a bit late. Luckily we are here before it is completely nighttime. And here we are. The last homely home. The Bastion of Anything. Yeah. Got a statue here. I wonder who it's of. Well, here we are, a collection of people. I imagine as Erich walks in here, being the way that he is, he probably looks utterly beat to hell. I mean, you gotta imagine, this guy has this stuff. He has his ripped cargo shorts. He has a deputy badge on, which is kind of strange. But he's got his military rucksack, this burnt SWAT armor on him, a beat up S-stock, Glock at his side. He saunters in here. Hello? I forget how to talk. Yes, who is this? Smokes merchant. I don't really want to talk to a merchant. I want to talk to somebody who knows something. This person is a doctor, Sawyer Mills. Citizen? Who are you? I'm a doctor. One of the several at this outpost. We were the lucky ones. Came here right when things started to go wrong. Never left. So, what are you doing right now? The old guard. That's what's left of the feds set me up here to screen any new arrivals for infection risk. Can't be too paranoid these days. Sad to have turned people away, but I like the assignment for the chance to get news about the outside world. What kind of news? Sightings of unusual living dead or new mutations. The more that we know about what's happening, the closer we can get the treatment or maybe even a cure. It's a long shot, but you have hope to survive. Good luck with that, I suppose. Heard anything from the outside world? This is no classic zombie outbreak. The dead seem to be getting stronger as the days go on. Some survivors, too, come in here with adaptations. Maybe they're related. Okay. Anything I can do for you? I have a job for you. You want to hear about it? Sure. We don't have the equipment for real analysis here, so it'll need to be done in the field. I need you to get a fresh sample of zombie blood, take it to a hospital, and perform a centrifugal analysis of it. Yeah. Hell yeah. Excellent. Take this blood draw kit. Once you find a zombie corpse, use it to extract the blood from the body and then take it to the hospital for analysis. Can you share any equipment? Why should I share my equipment with you? Well, I'm helping you out. Hell no, and if you ask again, I'll kick your ass. Alright, sorry. Alright. Not a problem. I don't have any more jobs for you. Alright. Who's this? It's a merc. Guard. Okay. He has a different name than most. Mimmer McBride, a merc. Okay. Let's chat with them. Who are you? I'm just a hired hand. Someone pays me, and I do what needs to be done. What would it cost to hire you? I'm currently waiting for a customer returned. I'll make a deal with you. 750 merch will cover my expenses if I get a small cut of the loot. Take his merch. Merch is what they call dollar bills around here. Free merchant credit notes or something. If you want to buy stuff around here and don't have the barter your gunaways, you need merch. I see. Let's try this again from the start. Alright, so that guy's a hired merc. Alright, what about this guy? Talk to... yes. Haven't seen you here before. Smokes. Welcome to our little homely house. Where are you? This is a refugee center, right? Before you ask, we're full. You're right about the refugee part, but we're way over capacity now. We don't have the food or space to take on anyone else. He softens a little. As for me, I do a lot of things around here, but I mostly keep tabs on our supplies. Call me Smokes or Gavin, whichever you prefer. I also trade with people from the outside like you. If you're in the market for hardware, we're selling, and if you got food, we very much are buying. Anyways, what can I do for you? Got some time to talk? Lay it on me. Sorry, we're full? Do you greet everyone like that? A lot of the time, yes. Our address is in the computers of most of the evac shelters around here, and people keep showing up that we have to turn away. It gets easier when you have something you can read off a script. I'm sorry. Smoke shrugs. Did you need something else? What are you doing out here? Things were rough at first, and our policy of taking everyone we could caused a lot of strife later on. Right now, we just want to get enough trade going to keep ourselves afloat. We might have to turn people away, but we found that they're usually willing to trade with us, which is our only real source of food right now. We're trying to turn that into a business model. Doesn't matter who you are, we'll trade with you as long as you don't bring trouble. What about when goods dry up? Won't that happen eventually? Right now, it's the best way we have to make sure that everyone gets what they need. Long-term viability of business models is what people in suits used to do before all this, and we see where that got them. Barter is the only thing keeping us alive and not starving. We're going to keep doing it as long as it works or until we start producing our own food. Here's hoping it works out. You're having trouble with food? Yes, we are. The center had a good stock of those awful soy bars, but between all of us, it went fast. We're making do with what we can, skim off the edge of towns, but mostly we rely on trade from people like you. Speaking, I'll pay top dollar for anything preserved. Canned, salted, dried, whatever. Just talk to the broker in the back. I don't see that many of you around. The center is pretty, has a pretty large lower floor behind metal bars that we made to basically stand up against anything. Bombs, radiation, you name it. Place is basically a vault. Most of the population is living in there. Only the people who we think are combat capable stay up here. Bear in mind, we started off with a few buses of office workers and soccer moms. If worse comes to worse, they'll stand a chance if things go bad up here. How do I get down there? I can't share that. We're taking security extremely seriously right now. The guards downstairs are well armed, and they've got orders to immediately apprehend anyone they don't recognize. We want to keep those people safe until we can either have more space up here, or until we got some rooms inside the fence for them to live. Why spend so much effort keeping it locked down? I thought you mentioned they weren't able to help. Just because they're not boots on the ground doesn't mean they aren't helping. In fact, I'd say a lot of them are our most important people. They keep the power running for one thing. And even if they weren't helping, look at it this way. All of us are scared. Almost all of us have lost someone from all this. We aren't going to throw our own to the wolves. If I could go down there, I could bring them supplies, food, medicine. I appreciate the offer, I really do, but I'm sorry. The basement is off limit to outsiders, and we're just not in the market for new recruits right now. Maybe once we're in a better spot, there might be some room to think about it. But right now, I just can't justify giving you free reign down there. I suppose that makes sense. You mentioned you were selling hardware? Tools, to be precise. The basement and the storage rooms had way more than we need, and a lot of people brought their own when they were evacuating. There's more than we could ever use, and we're happy to sell it at a very fair price. Nothing in the way of radios, so you have to look somewhere else for that. Yes, they have tools. Mind if I take a look? Oh, hell yeah. Bunch of ammo. Oh my god, they have adjustable wrenches, arc welder. Oh, we're gonna have to come trade some food to these guys because they'll buy it for top dollar. The hell's a foon? Oh, it's a fork spoon, not a spork, but a foon. Ooh-wee. All right, these guys have a lot of stuff. All right. About other things. What's with the people in the lobby? Are they with you? No, unfortunately. They're folks that wanted to join us, but we're too full and we don't have enough to share. Most people leave and look for their own place when we turn them down, but these ones didn't. We've been trying to find them a safe place, but there's a shortage of those these days, and for reasons I'm sure you can guess. Until then, we're letting them crash here as long as they don't mess up the place. Why haven't they gone anywhere else? I don't know. Why don't you ask them? I haven't pried. But where else do they have to go? You've seen how bad it is out there. We don't have the space for them. But it won't kill us to give them some shelter as long as they aren't too much of a drain on resources. Couldn't you get them out? Your guards are well armed. Jesus, man, we aren't monsters. I'm sure we could get them out if we really needed to, yeah, but why do that? No need to be stringent with who we take, that's true. We need to be stringent of who we take on, that's true, but forcing people out in need is a great way to convince anyone that we're reliable allies. The world doesn't run on good faith, but it's damn well nicer to live in it because of it. Sure. Who's in charge here? I don't think we have a figurehead right now. I think. If we do, I don't know about it. For the most part, we all have our own responsibilities, and that works to keep us all fed as a group. I'm the front man for outsiders, the broker keeps tabs on our food, so on and so forth. I've had a small town hall style talks in the cafeteria about setting up a democracy, but there's nothing solid on that right now. Okay. Is there any way I can join? I will save that one for last. What's your story? Not much to stay. What did you want to hear? How'd you end up here? Well, I'm Gavin, like I said. I was a fireman before the end. I was also on duty when everything fell apart. I'd rather not go into detail, but other than that, I wasn't much to write home about. My family was Irish. I never married, and I liked woodworking. I volunteered to take inventory of what the center had when I got off the bus. One thing led to another, and now I'm here. Smokes, that's quite the name. Smokes rolls his eyes. Tell me about it. My name is actually Gavin, which I think I told you. I used to be a firefighter, and people started calling me that because of the helmet. Someone called me Smokes because of it, and it stuck. I hate it. I've never even touched a cigarette. If you hate it, then why are you smiling? Smokes laughs. Well, I think it's ridiculous, but I guess I don't mind it that much. I figure it's all in good fun, and people could really use a laugh these days, you know? I'm sure they'd stop if I asked. The helmet is like a badge of office at this point. You can call me Smokes if you really want. It's fine for now. Have you heard anything about the rest of the world? Not as much as I'd like, I'm afraid. Most of the shelters seem to have been designed to make people feel safer, not actually keep them safe. Our radio equipment is terrible. I don't think it was even meant to be used seriously. I've heard some talk of hordes. Hordes? Yeah, someone came this way a while back saying he had tried to drive into Syracuse after the outbreak. Didn't even make it downtown before he ran into a wall of zombies, that he said could stop a tank. He hightailed it out, but said there were several thousand at least. I guess you get a bunch of them together. They end up making enough noise to attract everyone in a neighborhood. Thankfully, we haven't had a mod like that pass by here, but I'm not so sure the fence would do much to keep them out. Are there any other settlements around? Well, we've had the odd group come by maybe 2 days after the power grid went off. 2 armed guards wearing brown uniforms. What looked like a government doctor had a hazmat suit on. Everyone had masks they never took off. They looked organized. Maybe a military remnant somewhere close by. What were they here for? The doctor paid us in advance to get some old FEMA info from our computers here, and told us to deliver the data to an isolated building afterwards. We still haven't done that. I'm half worried it might have been some kind of trap or trick. Where's that building at, exactly? I could share the drop-off location if you want to bring the drive there for us, but whatever's there, I'm sure it's not worth all the trouble. I'll reward you, though. That seems fine with me. I'll do that. I was hoping you'd say that. It's an old, isolated building not too far from here. You should probably just leave the drive to whoever's there and be on your way. Like I said, be careful approaching the place. I wouldn't like leading you straight to your death. Don't worry, I'll be careful. I'll let you know when it's done. I wasn't quite done talking to him yet. Not yet. I wanted to talk. Alright. Say, is there any way I can join your group? I'm sorry, but the last thing we need is another mouth to feed. Most of us lack any real survival skills, so keeping our group small enough to survive on the food we trade for is the main thing keeping us alive. Another time, then. I'm looking for work. I have one job for you. Want to hear it? Tell me about it. If we want to lend a hand, we could use your help clearing out the dead in the back bay. Fearful of going outside during the first days of the Cataclysm, we ended up throwing our dead and the zombies we managed to kill in the sealed back bay. Our promising leader at the time even fell. He turned into something different, killed them all, and make sure they don't bother us again. We can't pay much, besides some of our own eternal money, which isn't good for that much yet, but it would help us reclaim the bay. I'll do it. Any advice? If you can, get a friend or 2 to help you. Okay, thanks. 'Cause, you know, I don't want to be stuck here. I want to get out. 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 I Alright. We got a lot of people here. Well, we could chat with some of the homeless people here. Can I just go in here, or... Yeah, I can. Alright, well, let's talk with some of these people. Hey, are you a big fan of survival of the fittest? Why do you ask? Because I sure ain't fit, so I'm sitting out here until I starve to death. Help a poor, sickly soul out? But what's wrong with you? You name it. Asthma, diabetes, arthritis. Diabetes hasn't been so bad since I stopped, eating regularly. Well, I assume it haven't. It's not like I checked the old whatchamacallit. The blood test the docs used to bug me about every couple of months. What did you do before the end of the world? Well, I used to be a roofer. But I had a bad fall and wrecked my back around '06. Tried to get back into other kinds of carpentry, but I just don't have the head for it. My wife managed to support both of us with the bit of extra I made from odd jobs, but she had a stroke in 2016 and left me on my own the last few years, slowly draining my savings dry while I worked whatever junk jobs I could handle. A couple days before the end, I got a notice that my bank was going to foreclose my crappy little trailer. Have any kids? Yeah, we had two. My daughter died of an OD right at the start of that fentanyl stuff. Did a real number on my son. They were twins, you see, and he had cut ties with me and my wife. Wasn't even there for her funeral. I can't blame him. It messed us all up pretty fierce. As far as I'm concerned, he's still out there with my grandkids hiding somewhere safe. These days, no news is good news. Seem awfully happy considering the situation. What's the alternative? You take the hand you're dealt. I've given eulogies for two people I love the most on this earth, and the third one wrote me off. I've already been through the end of the world. Came out on the other side with my bits intact. And I've been pretty lonely since my wife passed. Here I've got friends. We might be hungry, but we're close. Rena's been teaching me math and science. Lou's one of the smartest folks I've ever met. She's got a doctor, Yusuke is the only one here who can beat me at poker, and Dave, well, he's Dave. There's more going on under the surface there, mark my words. We may be unfit, but we aren't worthless. They won't let you in because you're sick? They got enough mouths to feed that can't pull their own weight. I've got a lot of weight and I'm too weak to pull it, so I'm out here. How'd you even manage to get here if you're so sick? Came with a small group quite a while ago. The others were young and fit. They got in. They were some of the last to actually get in. I didn't make the cutoff. Why are you camped out here if they won't let you in? It's some mercy. I've got shelter, light, heat. Those guards will help us if any zombies show up. It ain't bad. If I was out on my own, none of this... I'd have none of this and I'd still have to look for food. In other words, I'd be dead as a doornail. Or undead, I guess. Okay. I don't think I'm gonna hand out food just yet. I don't think Erich is a particularly nice person at this moment. I mean, he's sort of just talking to these people. He also doesn't have any food on him. So, he has herbal tea and that's it. So this is Lou. It's Yusuke. That's Rena. And that's Dave. Dino Dave. In fact, I want to talk to Dino Dave. Hello, Dino Dave. Have I told you about... let's do a funny voice. Have I told you about the cardboard, friend? Do you have any? Cardboard? I'm building a house out of cardboard. The Sandman doesn't want me to, but I've told him to go fuck himself. Why cardboard? There's so much of it now, and the zombies are afraid of it. It keeps me safe so far. The beta rays come from the center point of the zombies, so it hits the cardboard and can't penetrate. The reflection can stop any further damage. Would you like me to give you some cardboard? kind of question is that? Yeah, man, you got cardboard. I got a whole shopping list. Got it here. What's next on the list? I've got a job for you. Want to hear about it? Sure. Got a small start. Got to start small, right? Little ones for keeping little things safe. I could use them. I could use a bunch of them, you know. Can you bring me like 40? Alright, man. Oh man, thank you so much, my friend. You won't regret it. Got any advice? Watch out, he's looking for it too. Sounds good, thanks. You were saying before. What? Why are you sitting out here? These cowards are afraid of me. They won't let me into their base. I'm going to build in my new house and won't let them in. You said you were building a house? I'm building a house out of cardboard. The Sandman doesn't want me to, but I've told him to go fuck himself. The Sandman. If you don't know who he is, I definitely can't tell you. He talks to everyone, and if you didn't hear him, that means you can't be trusted, except maybe to help me out. You were saying before... Why are you sitting out here? Oh wait, I already said that. Are you seriously wearing a dinosaur costume? No. I can see you wearing it. Why are you wearing that? You ask me what I can see, but I don't tell you what you can see. Sometimes we have shields up to protect ourselves. An interesting point, honestly. Sometimes we have shields up to protect ourselves. Aye, Dave, aye. Please help me. I need food. What are you doing here? They won't let me in. They say they're too full. I'm allowed to camp out here as long as I keep it clean and don't make a fuss, but I'm so hungry. Why don't you go scavenge your own food? Out there? That's suicide. People that go out there don't come back. People that hold their own don't come back. People who can hold their own, unlike me. I'd rather take my chances begging for scraps and waiting for someone in the center to die and make room for me, thanks. Why don't you go somewhere else? Somewhere else? I can't fight those things out there. I'm in terrible physical condition, don't have any useful tools, and I'm terrified of goo pukers and violence. How else am I supposed to find a safe place? What did you do before the Armageddon? I was a high school math teacher. It was a good job. I loved it. Funny enough, it's not super applicable after the world end. I mean, at some point, people are going to need a teacher again, but right now they just want food, shelter, and clothing. It seems like we can take some of these people with us, which is kind of cool. Alright, loot. Don't bother with these assholes. What's up? They're too full. Won't share fuck all. Why are you living here then? Even without them helping, it's the safest place to squat. As long as we keep it clean up here and don't cause sanitation problems, they don't mind us sitting around the entryway. So generous of them to let us sit here and slowly starve. Well, yeah, no, I don't have any food for them. I might come back with a big old truck full of food and give them all food. Yusuke. Hey there, friend. Wait, that's a bit too close to Dino. Hey there, friend. What are you doing out here? I live here. Too mutant to join the cool kids club, but not mutant enough to kill on sight. Why do you live out here? It's safer than making my own home. I head out and forage when I have to. As long as we keep it clean and do our part, when a zombie comes, they let us squat here for an extra defense. It's not like they don't like that I've been bringing food for the other squatters, though. I think they're trying to slowly starve us out. Even though I can't keep everyone's bellies full, I've been bringing back enough to keep these folks in better shape. I suspect they'll find an excuse to kick me out eventually. I couldn't help but notice, but you're covered in fur. Gross, isn't it? Feels like pubes. I just started growing it everywhere a little after the Cataclysm. No idea what caused it. I can't blame them for hating it, though. I hate it. What did you do before the Armageddon? Nothing too exciting. I was in trades college. Learned to be a computer technician. Those skills aren't too helpful, but when I was a kid, I was an Eagle Scout. Learned all kinds of useful stuff about plants and foraging. So that's come in pretty handy. What about your family? Stuff like that. I don't like to think about it. I grew up in Rhode Island. They're still there. I haven't heard from them since the insanity with the governor and that succession stuff. All communication lines got closed off. I haven't met anyone who knows what happened to the people there, but I don't have much hope. Why don't you go back there? Same reason I'm stuck here. It's way too dangerous for one thing. Almost 100 miles through zombie-infested territory on foot. To get to the shoreline? No damn thank you. And then, how am I supposed to get back to the shoreline? How am I supposed to get to... Then how do I get from the shore to Block Island? My family moved out there when my dad retired. I get the impression that the ferry probably isn't running anymore. Even if I got there, I don't know what I'd find. Maybe that's what scares me the most. Could you tell me more about what happened with Rhode Island? I think we read a newspaper thing about Rhode Island's succession. The governor went like bonkers and succeeded the entire state. You don't know? The governor went nuts, like a lot of people did leading up to the end. Only he had a lot more power to work with. One day, he just showed up to work with a militia of rowdies and loyalists and staged a coup, taking over the government completely, killing those who opposed him, and moving as many people as he could to get behind him onto the islands. The rumors I've heard is that most of them survived the Cataclysm and are still running the show there. That seems kind of impossible to me. Okay. Alright. Talk to everyone here. And yeah, we're about at the end of the episode. So I think we'll end it there. Next episode, we'll go clear out the back bay, I suppose. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. Bit more of a slower episode, but this is probably the most people we've ever talked to, which is nice, and they all seem very interesting. I quite like Dave in particular, and Smokes, but hopefully they don't all die horrifically in some sort of event. But if you did enjoy, make sure to leave a comment down below, leave a like, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye.